YTBC, what's the deal? I was just on boxingscene.com and I seen an article, I will leave it in the description box. It's titled Deontay Wilder, I hope Joshua don't become David Price. That's what Wilder had to say about Anthony Joshua. I'm just going to read a little quick insert from the article and then I'm going to speak on it. Okay, so Deontay Wilder says, if Joshua keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be something. He's still climbing the rankings. The only thing about him is that he's in the position where they have the best fans in the world. That's in the UK. In America, you have to be on top for the fans to get on board. And in other countries, they already jump on their fighters very early and they go with them to the top. The only thing that I hope don't happen to him is that he turns into David Price. Okay. And this is just from a fan's point of view, this is not from his promoter's point of view. This is not from his little brothers or his cousin or his trainer. This is from a fan's point of view. And I've heard Deontay Wilder speak on this before about, people hating on him or him getting on certain members of the press, Dan Raphael and some others, about writing certain things about him or doubting him and that's cool. He's a man. He can do whatever he wants to do. He can, if somebody questions him or, undervalues what he think he's worth, he has a right to speak on that, right? Okay, that's cool. But my thing is Deontay Wilder still doesn't get it as far as why he thinks fans the fans in America mostly aren't boarding with him yet. And it's because, Wilder gives off this impression like he's the real heavyweight champion of the world. Now, some of you may say he has a WBC title. It's prestige. The most, a casual fan will recognize the green belt before any other belt. Okay, that's fine. I understand the prestige the WBC has. It's the most noticeable. Okay, fine. I get that part, man. But Wilder gives us this impression like he's the real heavyweight champion. And he just gives off this swagger like he's going to do what he wants to do. And nobody can make him do this. And nobody can make him do that. And it's just like, okay, you beat Bermane Stiverne. That was good. And then you fought Molina and Duhapa, which are decent heavyweights. They're top 40 heavyweights. I will give you that. I know who they are. I know how durable Duhapa is. I know that Molina does have a puncher's chance. Like, I know this. But with that said, though, I mean, you haven't gone past the limit as far as making a Povetkin fight. I remember one article I read with Deontay Wilder, and he said that this when Klitschko had the title, this before the Fury fight. And Deontay Wilder was saying that he's the real champion. If anything, Klitschko has to come chase him for his belt. He's not going over there. And people were in the comments section on different, articles. I've seen this on. People were in the comment section on the article talking about it, saying, yeah, he didn't have to do anything. Klitschko should come get the belt if he wants to be undisputed. I'm just sitting here like, so they have to play cat and mouse. And you mean to tell me that Deontay Wilder is going to be in the aggressive position? Like, this is ridiculous, man. So Wilder still has this mindset like he's the real champion. Like Tyson Fury isn't the real champion right now. Now, as a fighter, Wilder's not going to come out and say, hey, I rate myself second behind Tyson Fury. No, but at the same time, not to really give acknowledgement to who the real champion is right now, and that's Tyson Fury. Just like it was Vladimir when he was champion. For me as a fan, I was expecting to hear Deontay Wilder say, look, I'll go over to Germany or wherever and fight Klitschko for free, although he won't, and we know, but that was the type of mindset I thought he would bring. Not this, oh, no, I'm not going over there. And if he really wants to fight me, he has to come over. Okay, well, you should really want to have to fight him because he's the real champion. Bermane Stiverne was not. Now, with that said, Deontay Wilder has a chance of beating any heavyweight out there, period. His size, his range, his power, he's shown the ability to fight off the back foot. He's using his jab, creating distance. His timing is starting to get a little better in his fights. He can dictate the pace with his jab in fights. Still more to be proved, but at the same time, though, there's a reason why a lot of U.S. And then I was trying to go on Google and try to type it in and see if I can bring anything up, man. But I remember around 2010, I don't know what year it was exactly, but it was around the time Deontay Wilder was like 11-0, 12-0. Dude, I remember when I used to be on eastsideboxing.com, and I would be in the chat forum, and this before Deontay Wilder was even really considered. Even though he got the bronze, people were still like, "Oh yeah, we'll see." I remember exactly, man. I remember these exactly. In the comments section, people would leave comments saying that, "Oh, this dude isn't gonna be anything." I seen him in person. He doesn't really hit hard. Yeah, he got the knockout, but he looks like more of a cruiserweight. So for me, I think Deontay Wilder is an overachiever. To tell you the truth, like he never burst onto the scene like, "Oh, this is the one. This is the guy right here." Even in the Olympics, so when he turned pro, there wasn't really people, clamoring for Deontay Wilder, jumping on board from the beginning, as he puts it. With Joshua, it was a different dynamic because he won the gold. Although making it to the Olympics, period, is a fucking accomplishment, but Joshua won the gold. Although some people thought he got some gift wins in the Olympics, but he won the gold. And he had things set up, the people behind him, and he had things set up the right way as far as his business went. Deontay Wilder didn't have that because people didn't have the confidence in him. Not just fans, the business. I'm telling you, when he was 12, 13, and 0, people were not talking about Deontay Wilder like that. They didn't think he was legit. I like Deontay Wilder. I want to see him succeed. It is, refreshing to have a heavyweight title holder from America, because we're used to the Holyfields and Bowles and Tysons and so on and so forth. So I like that. But I think Deontay really has to, I understand what he's talking about, as far as being an American. The fans you want behind you at the very minimum are American fans, your own people. So I understand that part, but American fans, we're very critical of fighters. We are, so. But he is the only guy that had a belt, and I would bring up the Michael Spinks situation, but that was kind of different because Spinks did beat Larry Holmes, twice, and then he didn't want to participate in that HBO tournament, so he just gave up his IBF strap. He was like, "I'm not fighting in that. I'm not about to fight Tyson or Tucker." Butch Lewis had different plans. He had different plans. HBO took them to court, but Spinks did not want to participate. He did not want to participate in that tournament. And he was looked at as the real champion because he beat Holmes, but he wanted to do other things. And this is what it seems like Deontay Wilder wants to do. He didn't want nothing to do with Vladimir Klitschko, man. Now that Fury has won, now I heard him say he'll go to the UK to fight Fury. It was like, so you didn't want to go to Germany to fight Vladimir, but now you'll go to the UK to fight Fury, and people are telling me, oh, it's because he didn't want to get robbed. Robbery. It was like, okay, well, Fury did it. Fury said, you know what? Let me just risk my O. If you don't get too many chances at Vladimir Klitschko. It's right here. It's right now. Let me just do it. And he did it. And he got it done. And I know after the fight he did say he thought there was a possibility of him getting robbed. Okay, but he did it. We can talk until we're blue in the face, man. He went over there and did it. The bottom line is going to be 100% of the time we talk about this. So, but now, I can't get too upset because Wilder did say he will go to the UK. At least he's not using that excuse. So I think I'm going to get robbed. Because I don't want every time it's time, it's an opportunity for you to do something to solidify yourself on a different plateau. The excuse you're going to give me is, I might get robbed. I don't want to hear that, man. But so I'm glad he didn't say I ain't going to the UK either because I might get robbed. I'm glad that he said he's willing to go over there. I'm glad he said that. Although, as a fight fan, and this is me being biased, so I'll admit it, American bias fan, but I would like to see it at the MGM. I don't know. It's just something about the MGM. I just like the MGM for heavyweight fights. I wish outdoors at Caesars was still open. That'd be magnificent, man. That'd be something I would try to go to just because of the nostalgia, and I like Caesars. You know, but I don't know, man. So Deontay Wilder, I understand what he's talking about as far as the UK having great. He said the best fans in the world, but I don't know if they're the best fans in the world. I don't know what but they do get behind their fighters. They do support their fighters when they're starting their careers. So he does have a point about that. But as far as me to being an American fan and looking at Deontay Wilder and his career, I just want to see him do some great things and just prove himself against some of the guys who he needs to be proving himself against. Povetkin, not Molina, Povetkin. Arthur Spilka, I did a video on that. It's no bum fight. It's not some easy just, okay, we know for sure he's going to win this without a shadow of a doubt. There'd be no threat of any. No, it's not going to be that type of fight. I do think he's going to win the fight, Deontay Wilder. I do think he will have some dominant moments in the fight. But after Spilka, I got to see Povetkin, or I got to see you trying to unify, because just giving us these defenses against guys who aren't even ranked number one or number two in the WBC is kind of just like, okay, but you're not really making the title mean anything. Although the guys you're fighting, me as a heavyweight fan and knowing those guys you fought, they're okay. They're okay. They're not terrible. It's not Jason Gavin, Malo and Minto and Joey Abel. It's not those guys, but they're solid guys. But I want more than solid when you're the champion and you want all this love from us American fans and you want to be looked at as this and that. Okay, well, you have to put the work in to get looked at like that. When Mike Tyson beat Berbick, he didn't say, oh, I don't think I want to fight Bone Crusher Smith or Tucker or any of the other champions. I think I want to just take my title and just stay to myself. No, he went and fought all the other champions, man. He went looking for those fights, not giving reasons as to why he wasn't going to fight. Now, some of you fans can say, well, what about when Riddick Bowe dumped the WBC? Okay, there's going to be different circumstances in the history of the heavyweight division where guys didn't want certain fights. I understand that, but at the same time, though, Deontay Wilder, if you want to be looked at like how Tyson was looked at, how Evander Holyfield, when he got his respect, was looked at, Foreman and Ali and Frazier, the champions of that ilk, you got to want to fight the best, not solid competition, the best competition. Fighting just solid competition isn't enough for me as a fan. You have to want to fight the best competition. Just my opinion on this article. I know I went overboard, man, but passionate fan, man. YTBC. I'm out.